Okay, so this week on a brand new episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast. This ain't a conflict of interest. A guy who has a sports agency is also the president of operations at a sneaker company. I think you tell a kid, look, if you sign with my sports agency, I know damn well you getting a shoe deal. We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in they right. What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast. Just the realest sport podcast in all the land. That all.
True.
Fam, we are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion. With no sugarcoating, no BS, and no biases. Just that strong arm truth. We also had a live show this week. You better make sure you tuned in to our YouTube channel. Anyway, folks, in case you knew, if this happens to be the first time you guys are watching our show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our podcast channels, I am one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, Paris 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports Spade.
Yes, sir.
Bro, first of all, before we get into the show, gotta let the people know what's going on. Listen, you guys know we do our top fives for the NFL every year. We was gonna start it today. I said, hold up, let me tell the people first that it's coming, so people, you know, that's like a real hot topic on our show, Spade, and it has been for the past couple of years. When we do the NFL top five, we do our NBA top five. It's a lot of arguments on this show. It's a lot of arguments in the comment section. So I want to get people ready for that. I'm not telling y'all where we're going to start first at, because I don't want y'all right here. This should be the top five for that next week. But the top five for the NFL will be starting next week. So if you're a fan of that, that's coming back next week. Get everybody juices flowing for the season, the upcoming NFL season.
I like it.
But Spade,
yes, sir.
We're going to start in the NFL, and of course, it's some more bad news. Like I wish the NFL get their shit. Bro, it's been bad news. It's been bad news and just off the field issues all off season, man. I just wish we can get back to some football shit. But these players just can't get right. Spade, if these guys didn't know, we're going to take it down to Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston will be suspended for 3 games for allegedly, I got to do quote finger, Spade, allegedly,
yes,
groping Uber driver.
Yes.
Jameis Camp and them said it's not true. But Spade, nonetheless, we know how the NFL do. You know, they don't need proof. Jameis Winston, you know, you gotta protect the shield. Jameis Winston will be suspended 3 games. Give me your thoughts, Spade.
It's so much going on in this case, LaParis, I don't know where to start. I mean, I guess the obvious thing is it's a lot of people scratching their head like, whoa, wait a minute. The NFL has a minimum mandate suspension length of 6 games if it's any type of domestic, sexual, whatever. That stuff right there is supposed to be 6 games minimum. But you know, LaParis, that's not even the craziest thing about it. It's 2 conflicting stories about what's going on here. Jameis and Ronald Darby, his ex-college teammate, say that it was 3 guys in the Uber that night, and Darby and Jameis was in the back seat. So for those that don't know, man, the allegations is that the front seat passenger reached over and grabbed the Uber driver by the private part and held their hand there for a couple of seconds until the Uber driver verbally objected, like, yo, what are you doing? You know, whatever was said. Now, everybody said, okay, if Darby and Jameis was in the back seat, who's in the front seat? Well, in the front seat was allegedly Brandon Banks, ex-wide receiver. LaParis said he played in the league. I don't remember him from the league. I remember him from the college.
For a minute.
I remember him from Vandy. So what happens is that guy is currently in prison serving a sentence for a rape that happened at Vanderbilt. So through
a gang rape,
15 years in the pen, like in the big house. So through his attorney, because obviously he hasn't spoken with anybody, but through his attorney, he says that him and Ronald Darby wasn't in the car, that Jameis was in the car alone, and that they all was at a party. Jameis got drunk and unruly. They called an Uber to send him home because he was acting wild. And here's the part that's a little strange to me. When the Uber got there, the group of guys put Jameis in the front seat. I don't know why they would do that. Most Uber drivers do not put you in their front seat. 9 times out of 10, the passenger front seat is up unless you got a big enough party that you need that additional space. Like, nobody really wants you in a front seat like that. But they claim they put him in the front seat and then told the Uber driver that you're going to be driving around a celebrity tonight. So I'm not trying to play private eye right here, LaParis, but I don't know why you would put him in the front seat, and I don't know why you would tell somebody that he's a celebrity. And listen, man, I know y'all gonna come for me. I'm not saying this young lady is lying, but if she just thinks she's driving a drunk person home, I don't know. First of all, I will put him in the back seat, and I don't understand why they felt like it was pertinent information to tell her you're driving a celebrity. I'm not saying that gave her the ammunition to want to file these claims, because allegedly, even though she waited, I know I'm talking a long time, y'all, stay with me. Even though she waited a long time to talk about it, that night she left him a Uber like review and said this guy is not good for drivers. Like, people don't need to drive this guy around, about Jameis Winston, and his Uber riding rights was revoked. So that's another thing. The league is upset at Jameis, not necessarily because he was charged with anything, but this is what they call a failure to report. He was supposed to report this incident to the NFL. So it's a lot going on here, bro. Like I said, it's a big cloud of smoke. I don't know what's what, but I know Jameis probably needs to stay his ass at home if he's going to drink. Like, if you're going to drink, stay home. I never understood. I don't drink anyway, but I never understood the guys that want to go out and drink so much that details of the night be cloudy. You don't really know. You know, I just, for me, I would want to remove all the clouds, bro. I'm just staying at home and I'm getting white girl wasted at the crib if it's me, bro.
I mean, it's just, and like I said, it's always going to be that underlining thing, like, oh, Jameis, this happened with Jameis in college. Jameis had some issues in college, so it raises all that suspicion when all this crap can just be avoided. It can all just be avoided, but young player, millions of dollars, you know, want to have. I mean, it's another unfortunate situation. Spade, you took it off the field. I'm gonna take it on the field. Okay. The Bucs already have issues anyway. They have that defense has been terrible. But, I mean, Jameis, you know, even though me and Spade talked before the show, his numbers have been going up every season, but I mean, he still hasn't been playing up to. Hasn't been playing great. He was the #1 overall pick, right? Yeah, he hasn't been playing up to expectations. We don't know what's going to happen with their running game. They had offensive line issues. Spade, you told me Jameis been sacked, what, 65 times or something? Yeah, something wild. I mean, like, they got so many more issues. So now you're missing Jameis for 3 games. I don't think anybody will say the Buccaneers have a chance of winning them games. I ain't even look at the schedule. I don't even know. Oh, they tough games too. I wish I had them right here in front of me. They tough games. I don't even know who they playing, but the Bucs are already starting in the 0-3 hole. They're 0-3, so they might as well just get ready for the damn draft. And I mean, like, it's just another unfortunate situation. It raises all those suspicions people still have about Jameis because of what allegedly happened in college. So it's just an unfortunate situation. And like I keep saying it on this show, I want these players to be smarter. They just continue to be dumber. And I mean, you cannot keep saving them. You can't keep saving these players for all time. Like I said, it's all alleged. We don't know what really happened. Jameis saying he didn't do it. It's funny, like you said, they put him in the front seat. The only way I could see somebody sitting in the front seat with an Uber driver is if it's other people in the back seat. Now, I mean, you get in an Uber. I don't know. I got a whip. I don't get in Ubers like that, but I would assume for the most part, people get an Uber. They get in the back seat if it's just them. If it's just them in the car. I've never seen anybody get in the Uber right to the front seat. So if he's in the front seat or somebody's in the front seat, I would assume that somebody is sitting in the back. That's all I'm saying. Let me ask you this, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to say, it's just an unfortunate situation because I'm tired. Y'all know Jameis went to Florida State, and I'm just tired of all these little issues, whether it be crab legs, women, grabbing her. Like, what? I'm just tired of all these little situations with Jameis Winston. I want him to get right. Go ahead. I got a question for you. I think we're both fans of the kid on the field. Nobody in their right mind could look the other way or
deny the fact that he continues to make some judgment calls to just put him in bad situations. That's not me saying that he's guilty on all of this stuff or innocent on all of this stuff or one way or the other. But at some point, and he's still young. I think he just turned 24. But I got to ask you, bro, if you Tampa, do you feel like, if you were, you ain't even got to be a fan. Do you feel like it's time for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to move away from Jameis?
Not yet. But when I tell you that leash is getting real thin, real short, it's getting real short. It's getting shorter.
Ain't no leash at this point. This shit a choke chain. You just holding them by the collar. Like, you actually holding them by the collar. Like, I like Jameis, but he got to realize that at this point, he's a detriment to himself. He clearly doesn't know. I hate to see somebody just waste all this talent. Jameis, if you are allowed another opportunity, stay your ass at the house, my guy. Just stay home. Just stay home. I don't get it. He's got a girl. He got a family. Just stay home. Just go to practice. Go home. Play your game. Go home. Anyway, man, let's go ahead and move forward, bro.
Let's get it.
Another one of your favorite players, man. Guy, I don't know if you set this up. I don't know if you talked with the program director or what, but we go from one of your favorite players to another. Let's talk about Terrell Owens, who was recently in the news. No, you like T.O., bro. Don't act like that. Terrell Owens was recently in the news because he elected not to attend his own Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That's not what we're talking about this week. We talked that last week. Talking about the fact that he is once again in the media. He's been working out with Julio Jones, that we all know Julio is not working out with the Atlanta Falcons. They're not on good terms right now. Julio wants more money, even though he agreed to that long-term deal. Now he want to have a change of heart on some game type shit. But Terrell Owens' name is in the news for a couple of reasons. One is because he allegedly ran like a 4.2 at 44 years old. We'll talk about that. But more importantly, people are worried that Terrell Owens is not the right person you want around Julio Jones while he's in this mental state. Like, Julio Jones isn't happy, and we all know when T.O. wasn't happy, the teams that he played for, he made it a living hell for those guys until they just ultimately made right by him and got him out of there. And LePere, since you're a fan of both of these guys and you think one of them's a tight end, how do you feel about T.O. working out with Julio Jones?
I mean, that's where I'm going to start. I mean, I don't know why a tight end in the league will be working out with one of the greatest wide receivers ever. I mean, Terrell Owens is one of the greatest wide receivers ever.
That's fact.
Why is Julio Jones, a tight end, working out with one of the greatest wide receivers ever? Julio Jones should be working out with, like, Jeremy Shockey or Gronkowski or Kelsey or somebody. I don't know. Julio Jones, listen, people, it's a lot of lingering, a lot of rumors that people are afraid that T.O. is going to put the battery in Julio Jones' back and going to have Julio pretty much dividing the locker room and causing hella issues, because we all know Julio, if I'm not mistaken, has 2 or 3 years left on his deal, and they think that Julio is going to stir the pot because he's around around T.O. He's going to stir the pot to get a bigger contract, and I think Julio would be doing this without T.O. One thing you can say about T.O., even at what you say he is 44 years old, Spade?
44, yep.
He still is in tip-top shape for a 44-year-old, man. T.O., if you know anything about T.O., even that crap when he was with the Eagles, T.O., I mean, he's definitely a diva, definitely likes the camera on him, but even when the reporters came to his house, what was T.O. doing? Sit-ups and curling some dumbbells. He was working out, man. So if anything, if he working out with T.O., Julio Jones is about to get a hell of a workout because T.O. is in great shape. I don't understand the issues. I was trolling about I'm bugging out about the tight end stuff, but if anything, like I said, T.O. is one of the best wide receivers ever in this game. Why wouldn't you want? I would want Julio Jones or AB. You see AB be working out with Ocho Cinco. People when they talking top wide receivers in the league, they not they don't throw Ocho Cinco name out there, but they do throw Ocho Cinco name out there when they talk about best feet. Like Ocho Cinco had some of the best feet you'll ever see as a wide receiver, as far as like toe tapping, getting both feet in bounds, getting off the jam, getting off the line of scrimmage,
and stabbing them cleats in the turf on an in and an out cut.
Yeah, man. So AB working out with Ocho, Julio working out with TL, I think is much to do about nothing. I don't know why people are upset. They are assuming that Julio Jones is going to get the bad qualities of TL when it could be the other way. They're looking at the glass half full.
They're looking at it half empty.
Half empty, excuse me. It could be the other way.
I'm with you.
T.O. could be giving him the best things, little nuances that T.O. learned playing this game this long to become that top tier receiver. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, what people forgetting is Julio Jones not a baby. He not a child. He a grown man, and if he's that easily to influence,
that's a great point.
We'd have seen proof of this a long time ago. Like this kid went through high school, he went through college. If he was that easy to influence, I think we would have seen signs of this a long time ago. So I don't have an issue with that either. I do want to go back, and I'm looking it up right now. They said he ran a 4.4. I could swear I read they said that he was clocked at a 4.2. But whatever it is, look, two different people had to stop watching their hand. Julio was one, it was another guy, I don't know. And they both showed their stop clock times, and they was pretty identical. Might have been a 1/10 of a second off or a 100th off or something like that. And everybody was like, wow, this is crazy. Then I looked it up and I realized that T.O. ran a 4.6 at his combine. Now, how the hell did T.O. get faster at 44? It's a few things going on there. I don't know. I mean, obviously, they showed two different stopwatches to try to show you that that's like his A time and his B time. My only thing is we don't know for a fact that this man was 40 yards away. It could have been a 35-yard dash for all we know. I just don't see 44-year-old T.O. getting faster than he was at his draft combine. And T.O., I just want to kind of call you out on that. T.O. and Chad Johnson stay on Twitter talking shit to one another. Apparently, they talking about foot racing. If that ever goes down, I want in. Look, I got side bets and everything. I want to see that race bad.
The crazy thing is, Julio Jones seemed like an even kill guy. Like, this is the first time Julio really, said anything or I was about to say had an off the field issue, but this is not really a contract dispute. Like, this is the first time he really did it. He an even kill guy. I don't think he's gonna get. I don't think he need a guy to put a battery in his back. Julio Jones is going to be Julio Jones. He is who he is at this point. So he's an even kill guy. If I'm in Atlanta, I do the right thing. I pay Julio Jones. I would give him tight end money, but if you want to pay him top wide receiver money, so be it. But he deserves his bread.
Gotta go.
He deserves his bread. You ready to move on?
I am, bro.
Say it. Like I said, top fives are returning next week too, by the way. Julio Jones will be in my top 5 tight ends. He is a top 5 tight end.
Shut up, bro. Put some respect on that man's name, bro.
We moving on, bro.
All right.
We moving on. Let's take it to the NBA, bro.
Let's do it.
Take it to the NBA. Spade, I wrote it on Twitter. I said, wait a minute. Did the NBA, what is going on with the NBA awards? Did that happen already? Did I miss that? And people were tweeting me, was like, nah, it's next week. It wasn't even this week. It's next week. I'm like, I thought this jump was going to be after the finals. The finals been over for like 2 weeks. It's been over for like 2 weeks. Spade, I got to ask you. And man, you had arguments on this show, and arguments with other people about Rookie of the Year and MVP and all these awards, Spade.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA awards, it still hasn't happened yet. Are we still excited about these awards?
Nope. Not at all, bro. I don't think people, at this point, the debates that I was, look, man, hold up. Let me understand. Let me let you guys understand something. As much as I don't agree with the timing of this award show, I understand it, and it goes back to the greatness of the NBA, bro. The NBA just get it. The association gets it. They want to, listen, when you finish bathing, you don't just take your bath cloth and wring it out once. You give it 2 or 3 rings. You might squeeze it this way, then you take it back the other way. You want to get as much water out as possible. The NBA want all of your attention. They want all of these TV dollars and this marketing dollars. They want all they can get, and all they doing is stretching this out. You got an 82-game season. Then you're going to wait a week. Then you're going to start this postseason. You may or may not fabricate a couple of 7-game series along the way to make sure you get all the TV time you can get. And
but
Go ahead.
I get it, Spade, but it's the regular season awards. This ain't.
I get it.
I can see if you doing that and say, oh, this is the award show for the whole NBA season. It's not. It's the award show for the regular season.
I get it.
Nothing with the. Go ahead.
The only fault I got about it is the order. Like, all they doing is stretching it out. Look, right after the NBA season, they had the whole postseason. Like I said, may or may not have fabricated a couple of 7-game series right there. Drug that out as long as possible. And just when that died down, everybody was like, all right, we ready for football. They was like, hey, we got rookies. We about to draft. We got draft combine and all that stuff. And everybody's like, okay, I'm back in. The draft comes. Some people happy. Some people sad. They ready to go their separate ways and at least say, hey, we got awards. And they just won't let you go away. They won't let you move on to another sport. And for that, I like it. What I don't like is the order. And I said this on Twitter. I don't understand why you don't let the regular season end, and a week after the regular season ends, you do the regular season award show. You still put it on TV. You still squeezing out dollars. You still wringing out the washcloth. And then you wait a week after that, and then you start the postseason. And then a week after that, you have the draft. And then maybe a week or so after that, you start Summer League. So I like what they're doing. I just don't like the order. To me, it is asinine for it to be damn near July before you get regular season awards for something that's I just think it's dumb. They gotta flip the order. The order's terrible.
And they want us to believe that all this shit was voted on after the regular season ended. No fucking way. No way. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. If James Harden, I'm sorry, y'all. If James Harden don't win the MVP, no way you can tell me that this was voted on before. Right after the regular season ended and had nothing to do with the playoffs. No way. If James Harden don't win the MVP, and I'm being honest. I agree. And I honestly think James Harden will be robbed. I honestly think he will be robbed.
Don't speak that. I don't think he's going to win it. Don't bring that here. We don't want that energy. We don't want that energy here.
I agree with you, Spade. I don't know why they just. I think it's a week between the regular season and the playoffs starting anyway. Yeah. I don't know why they just don't put the awards right there. It's one night. Ain't like it's like a 3-day event. It's one night. Yeah. Put it right there. Do the awards. Get that over with. And if you want something at the end where this is at, do some playoff awards. Do some I don't know. We already know who the MVP. We're gonna find out about who's the MVP of the regular season after we already know who's the MVP of the finals. This is insane. It's insane.
I agree.
Do better, man. I don't like it.
So that means you're not tuning in? Are you tuning in?
Spade, you said somebody told you that the NBA awards show got viewed very highly last year because they had Drake hosting it. And what did I tell you? I said
you didn't even know Drake hosted that. Yeah.
I don't even remember that. So probably I'm gonna say I'm not gonna be tuned in. I mean, Luke Cage just came back. I've been watching Game of Thrones. I got into Game of Thrones. People telling me needed to watch Game of Thrones. I started watching that. I'm probably not going to watch the NBA awards.
Yeah, I agree.
The NBA regular season awards. The regular season ended when? In April? That shit ended in April. This is crazy. That's crazy. It's about to be July. They need to be ashamed of themselves. Go, Spade.
Yeah, man. Let's move forward, man. Of course we're gonna stay in the NBA. You see how the NBA still wins, Solar Paris? Look at our show. Our show is NBA heavy. It dominated this entire show, and we ain't even done, but it's going to.
First of all, he scrapped my Jimmy Garoppolo topic.
That's big facts. That's big facts, because that right there was one of those chasing topics, and you know that ain't what we do, bro. So the NBA draft was this past week, and we went live. And I was gonna say immediately after the draft, but we went live during the draft to talk about some of the things that just needed to be said. Obviously, the draft wasn't completely over when we went live. So, the Paris, I wanted to double back and just to finally wrap it up. I want to do this thing called highlights and head scratches. Give me your highlight from the draft. I give you my highlight. You give me your head scratcher. I give you mine.
Okay. Highlights are definitely, whether good or bad. Mo Bamba going to the Orlando. If you watch the show, Watched our draft special show. We definitely talked about that. We don't know what Orlando doing. In head scratches. I mean, I guess Grayson Allen maybe. People telling us Grayson Allen may run the point, or they're gonna move Spider Mitchell to the point, and Grayson Allen gonna start at the 2. I don't know about that, man.
That ain't happening.
Listen, I don't care where they put him, at the 1 or the 2. If I'm on offense, Grayson Allen is food. If I'm in the West and I'm a 2 guard or a PG, I'm Westbrook or Paul George or any of them guys in the Western Conference. Yeah. Steph, Klay Thompson. If I'm those guys, I'm looking at Grayson Allen like an easy meal. That is food. So, I mean, that was a head scratcher. I'm looking at the Jazz like, I don't know what they're doing. Why would they go there? I mean, it was cool to see that another holiday went in the league. We talked about that on the special. We talked about that on the show. I mean, they got 3 brothers in the NBA, other than the Zellers and the Plumlees.
Yep.
I mean, name another. Maybe the Grants. I think the Grants got a few people in the league too. Harvey and Horace Grant. They kids are in the league. I think it's only 2 of them though. But I mean, I guess that's where I'm at. Michael Porter going to Denver. I kind of like that. They, you know. I'm hoping they did their due diligence with his back issue.
If he's healthy, that's a win pick.
Yeah, man. Spade, you know, you kind of talked me off. You kind of talked me off Colin Sexton with being able to keep LeBron in Cleveland. Spade, actually, let me tell y'all. If y'all didn't watch the special, I'm just going to give y'all a little tidbit from that. We talked about. If you want to go back, if you want to hear the old conversation, you're going to have to go back. But just something
it's
short.
archived on our channel.
Yeah, Colin Sexton got drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers. I asked Spade. Spade been on this show for a few weeks now saying he sees LeBron staying in Cleveland. Where else will LeBron have all this power? That's what Spade said. Yep. So I asked Spade, with them drafting Colin Sexton, do you see that being like a little thing that I had LeBron like, okay, this might be the move for me to stay? And Spade, you said what?
I think them drafting Colin Sexton hurt LeBron staying. I don't think Colin Sexton and LeBron work together well. Both of those guys are a tad bit ball dominant. Colin isn't a great shooter. He's more of a give me the ball, let me attack. That's how he makes his living. And I'm on record as saying Trae Young was the best draft pick for the Cavs to keep LeBron, but I mean they didn't have that option. He was gone. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I felt like they kind of set Colin up too. Like they was like, make your pitch to LeBron. He's like, LeBron, let's, you know, it looked like you need another piece. I can be that piece. And somewhere
that kind of seemed a little funny too to me.
I didn't like them setting that kid up like that. Let me give you my highlight. My highlight, and I know it's gonna be a little bit of hometown seasoning on this right here, but I like what Atlanta did. I think Atlanta wanted Trae Young from the get-go. They wanted Trae from the get-go because, listen, the guy that they got calling the shots out there in Atlanta was one of the guys responsible for building the Golden State Warriors. So he's bringing that same, I mean, you know, these guys take the approach that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It worked one time, so you get you a little sharpshooter PG. You start to build around him, you get you some other pieces. I think Atlanta wanted Trae Young anyway. But because they knew how desperate Dallas was for Luka Doncic, they went for Luka, knowing that they could leverage that against Dallas to get the guy they wanted anyway and a future first. To me, that was a highlight. I'm not saying that this kid is going to turn Atlanta around in a year. I still think they're a rebuild. I still think they're going to be bad for another couple of years. But you keep making moves that get you 2 first-round picks in the next year. It ain't going to be long before you build the team that you're trying to build. I think that's a highlight.
Let me cut you off, Spade, because at 19, Atlanta took a 6'7" shooting guard named Kevin Hunter. Huter? I can't get his name right. I think that's it.
Right.
But out of Maryland, 6'7", ain't what Clay? Ain't how tall is Clay?
6'7", 6'8". Yeah, something like that.
Then at 30, they took Omari Spellman, a 6'9" power forward, 255 for Villanova. So I could.
Who he built like? Right. Who he built like that?
I'm not saying these guys are Golden State. I'm saying they building.
They building something.
You know,
they building something.
They so that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying these guys are going to be those guys. We already know Steph, Clay, Those dudes are amazing. They out of this world. They lights out shooters. We already know what we getting from Draymond. A tough defender. A guy that's going to agitate, get under people's skin, going to bring energy. We already know. I'm not saying these guys are them.
I like it.
I'm just saying
I like
can
it.
see what they trying to do over there.
If Taurean Prince continues to get, watch Atlanta in the years to come, y'all. I'm not saying this year Atlanta finna go out there and be world beaters. Watch Atlanta in the years to come. I like that. And my head scratcher, I give my head scratcher to the Philadelphia 76ers because, again, just like I said, I didn't like the way the Cavs put Colin Sexton out there. They put Bridges out there, and they had him looking crazy. You know, they drafted this kid. He was happy to be there. His mom somehow or another works for that franchise, so they got the microphone in this kid's face. They got the camera on him and his mom. He's talking about how excited he is to be there. His mom is talking about how excited she is that her son is going to play for the team that she works for. And while they're doing their interview, the 76ers are trading him. They trade him to Phoenix. Why that shit is going on. And, you know, by the time that interview ends, it's popping up, you know, that he's being traded. So, you know, I don't have an issue with them trading him, but I don't know. I felt like, I don't know. I wish they would have told him he was being traded. I just felt like they put him out there. That was definitely my head scratcher.
Let me get your opinion on LiAngelo not being drafted.
Yeah, I mean, I called it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I do. Let me kind of strong arm a topic in here. I want to talk on this right here. I'm a big fan of the Ball family. You know, I'm trying to get LeVar to adopt me. LeVar never did hit me back on that. LeVar, if you still need my number again, let me know. I can send it to you again. You never did hit me back. But LeVar Ball single-handedly has to wear this egg on his face. I feel like LeVar Ball ruined LiAngelo Ball's career. And I'm going to be honest with you. When he took him out of UCLA, I wasn't a fan of it. But the only reason why I didn't go in on LeVar is because I could see that scenario still playing out in their favor. But I'm on record as saying the only way that was going to work, you got to take LiAngelo to wherever you're going to take him. If you're taking him to Lithuania, you take him to Lithuania and he's got to look like a dog. He got to look like a man amongst boys out there. And at times, not only did he blend in, he fell behind. So that killed him. That killed him. Now, I don't think he was going to go out there and be a star at UCLA this year. I don't even know how much playtime he was going to get. Like, I don't think he was set to come in and start there. So if he just leaves him alone, even if UCLA suspends him for the entire year, he probably wasn't going to start anyway. You let an upperclassman move out the way. The next year would have been LiAngelo's year, and the way they treating these college players, he could have scored 10, 12 a game in that system. They would have went to the tourney, and at the worst case scenario, he would have an invite to somebody's damn summer league team. Instead, the Lakers released a statement saying they told LiAngelo Ball that he is not invited to their summer league thing. So, like, he is donezo. And yeah, he can go play overseas or something like that. It's just, to me, it's unfortunate. I guess he could play.
You don't think anybody will invite him to?
I think his best bet was the damn Lakers. You got his brother there. Look, man, shout out to the homie MK. MK said you can get an invite to a summer league setup based off of old favor. Somebody could be like, damn, man, my neighbor done cut my grass 3 times this year, man, and his son ain't getting drafted, man. I'm gonna let him run with our summer league team. Like, you can get an invite there based off of a favor. If you can't, go ahead. I think it's a done deal.
It's been notoriously known that Jonathan Simmons, who just got broke off by the Orlando Magic, paid to play in summer league. He paid.
Facts.
Come on, like, it's just insane. Like,
you don't think Jello got money? We don't even want your money, Jello. Yeah, you can't even pay us.
The crazy thing, you are 100% right. It's definitely because of his father. It's wearing thin, bro.
The Lithuania experiment exploded in their face. It was a terrible idea, and LeVar has to look at LiAngelo. LiAngelo definitely made his fair share of mistakes. The whole thing in China was dumb as shit. But that thing would have went away. That would have went away. That would have went away. You let him serve the punishment that comes with the crime that he committed.
I agree.
You let him sit him for a year. They bring him back as a sophomore. Maybe he still can get red shirt credits for that. I don't know. He come back as a red shirt freshman or a sophomore. Either way, it don't matter. Everybody one and done anyway. He would have played. he would have scored between 11 and 15 points per game, I think. And at the very worst, he would be getting ready to play for somebody's summer league team. That's LeVar's L, taking that kid to Lithuania and letting him get left behind a group of guys that will hope for a chance to play in the league. If you can't dominate those guys, it's not a GM in the league salivating at the chance to get LiAngelo Ball, and that sucks for that kid because I think if he go to UCLA, he's got a better chance.
Yeah, I agree. It could have been a teachable moment. And the crazy thing is, Spade, I don't even think they would have made him sit out the whole season. It probably would have been a half a season.
Yeah, they just said indefinite. They was going to bring him back, LeVar.
Come on, man. And they know that, hey, they know that crap would sell tickets bringing him back. So he would have been back that year. Let's not be naive here. They wouldn't have sat the kid out the whole year, LeVar. Come on. It could have been a teachable moment. Could have teach this kid, all right, you out on your own. You a man. You don't need to do, like, you got to grow up. You got to grow up. It could have been a teachable moment. And they would have brought him back maybe half the season through. And it could have been a teachable moment. And I agree with you, Spade. You as a freshman, you score your little 10, 11, 12 points. These kids ain't out here averaging like they used to in our days, Spade. I mean, some of them are. But they
ain't doing the Michael Beasley.
That's getting drafted. These dudes are not dropping like 20, 30 points a game. They ain't doing that.
They ain't doing it, bro. They ain't doing the Michael Beasley. They ain't dropping 30 a night. Yeah, they dropping 14, 15 a night and going first round.
Yep. I mean, Lotto. They going Lotto. Like,
yeah, man.
Number one pick in the draft.
Yep.
I mean, could have been a teachable moment, and I think they missed LeVar missed the mark. And for whatever reason, his sons they fall in line, and they don't question LeVar. They just follow his every move he make on the chessboard. And so far it's been working out, but this right here did not work out. This is a fail, and I agree with you, Spade. I don't see this kid. I don't see this kid anywhere, man. Probably back overseas again or in LeVar League.
Yeah, at home. Back with LeVar.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing, man.
Playing in the elevator.
To tell you the truth, man. Me and you have real conversations about stuff all the time. Me, especially you wanted to rap. I wanted to go to the NFL. You gotta have them real life conversations with yourself. Like, yo, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that LiAngelo isn't good enough to play in the league. It's a lot of dudes in the league. Ain't none of these dudes is bad if you in the NBA. But some of these guys is not what we expect them to be. So you mean to tell me that LiAngelo is not good enough to be on somebody's roster? I would assume he is.
I think he is too, bro. Of course, it would have to been the right scheme, but we'll never know now because the Lithuania experiment was shit.
They are going to try to prove a point to this man. You don't run this shit over here. You're not running this over here. The crazy thing is the Lakers just worked him out like what? A couple of weeks before the draft. They worked him out. Brother was there and everything, and all reports came out of that workout and said, man, he looked good. He looked good for the Lakers. He hit some shots. It was like he hit some threes. Yeah, he could have looked amazing. He could have hit every single shot. And I'm telling you, I still don't think they would have drafted this guy or invited this guy to the summer league because of his pops.
I mean, they could have invited him to the summer league, and that might have got him an opportunity somewhere else. In the G League with another team. Like, who knows? But that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
G League got a draft. You see him getting drafted there?
Maybe. I mean, because at the end of the day, like you said, man, he's a ball brother. He gonna sell tickets if nothing else. If nothing else, it's a media firestorm. But I really hate it for that kid, bro. I really do, because I think if he stayed at UCLA, he got a better chance. I really believe that.
And like I said, sometimes you got to be honest with yourself, man. Maybe it ain't his calling, but if he would have stayed in college and stayed in his all 4 years, he could have got a degree in business and he could have ran the empire. I don't know. But I'm just saying, now you done took away his free education, and he can't play ball at UCLA, and he didn't get drafted, and Lithuania was a fail.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's L's all around right there, man. LeVar, that was a fail, man.
That's an L on you, LeVar. You my boy. I still want to know if you need another son with an ugly jump shot. I got you. Go ahead, bro.
You want to move on?
Yes, sir.
Let's move on. Let's take it down to OKC. And I know what y'all like. OKC, what happened? What happened with Paul George? Nah. There's some little rumors going around that Paul George may re-sign with OKC, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. We want to take it down to OKC, and all reports came out this morning, actually. This morning, Saturday morning, reports came out that Carmelo Anthony plans to opt in. Spade, we talked about this a couple of shows ago, and I mean, we was up here like, it's no way, especially the way Carmelo loved money, man. Carmelo could have went and played with Bron and all these other guys before you read up with the Knicks with that big contract, and Carmelo decided to stay with the Knicks because the report is Carmelo love himself some money.
They said Carmelo like the real life version of Mr. Krabs. He like his money, bro. He like that money.
He like his money, bro. So Carmelo opts in at damn near $30 million. I think it's like $28 million, man. Damn near 30 a year. Carmelo opted in. For 1 year, they gotta pay Melo $28 million. Spade. We all knew. We said on this show, Melo definitely gonna opt in. But it was some people with some reports. You know, they had their sources. I said sources. I know they had their sources, and their sources told them that there's a chance Melo might opt out. And Spade, what you say? No way in hell, because Melo is not getting that money anywhere else. He opted in. Spade, talk to me about Melo opting in with the Thunder.
I think this is a very interesting thing because the Thunder got his 28 mil. I think Adams is gonna get about 24 mil. Westbrook is gonna get a big chunk too. I don't know what it is. I don't have it right here on my head, but damn near 30 mil as well. And it puts them in a situation where they in a dilemma, you know, because also even if they want to try to keep Paul George, that's gonna take revenue as well. And Melo's coming off his worst season as a pro. I don't think Melo has completely fallen off. I have not. But you got to understand, Carmelo Anthony is a 24-point-per-game scorer. He averaged 16 points per game last season. I mean, just across the board. If you look at his numbers, everything was down. Bro, he shot 40% from the field. Everything is down, bro. Everything.
Bro, he back on the gram posting Hoodie Melo videos.
Yeah, don't nobody want to hear that shit this year. Everybody fell for it last year. It turns out Hoodie Melo was playing in a Nerf hoop. As soon as you put his ass back on the court. Plus, I mean, Hoodie Melo might be a beast, but they won't let you hoop with that thing on, so you might as well stop training like that. I don't know, man. I'm not upset with Melo.
He gonna play in OKC because he
ain't never lied. I'm not upset with Melo for opting in. We are pro players getting their money. Melo, despite what he says, and he was just recently, and I say recently, I guess it was a couple of months back, but he was recently in the news saying, I'm not going to sacrifice who I am to come off the bench. I'm not coming off no bench. I'm Carmelo Anthony. So although one side of him is still talking as though I'm Carmelo Anthony, I won a national championship at Syracuse. I got more Olympic wins than anybody and all this other stuff. It's another side of him that's got social media. He see people roasting his ass on the daily, and he knows that he just had the worst season of his career. So I know it's a part of him that want to get back out there and prove something. At the same time, even though we as people, you know, we try not to listen to these voices, doubt creep in sometimes. And I know Melo has to think, if I opt out after that season I had, not only is it a good chance that I don't get that type of money offer, it's a good chance that I don't get an offer. And realistically, y'all, this could end up being Carmelo's last season. It really could. Now, if he bounced back and looked like the Melo of old, I think he's good. You know, but if he have another season like this, man, this could be the end of Melo, dog. This could be a GG.
I'm not shocked at all. I mean, we talked about this on the show. I said, no way Melo is... Somebody could have signed Melo to a 3-year deal. Melo wouldn't have got $30 million. So, no way Melo was giving up damn near $30 million for 1 year. No way. No way. I knew it. So, I'm not shocked. I hope he played a lot better. And maybe getting rid of Paul George. I mean, the Thunder want to keep Paul George, but maybe if Paul George leave, maybe... You know, Melo's shots pick up a lot more, and maybe we get closer to what he's normally, you know, back to what he normally averages. I don't know. But the way Carmelo looked last year, Spade, I don't know if you remember, some other sports media had released like Melo was like in the 60s or the 70s, and we was like, that's just disrespectful to Melo, and we caked for Melo. Yep. And then the way Melo played this year, we was looking like, oh, they might have been right.
They might have known something, yeah.
They might have been right. So, I mean, you know, hope Melo play a lot better because y'all know I love me some Russell Westbrook. I want him to be able to deliver in the playoffs and have some help and not always be the butt of all jokes and get the blame all the time, man.
Hey, he won MVP one year, bro. He won the butt of the jokes that year.
And they still won the MVP and they still kicked this back in. So
not that year though. They loved him that year.
I mean, yeah, you know how the NBA do, boy. They'll let you 1 year and hate you the next.
That's facts.
But I mean, I already knew Melo was opting in, man. So to me, this wasn't news, but we had to bring it to you guys.
Yeah, man. Hey, before we move forward, I want to strong arm yet another topic in on this show, man.
Yes, what is going on over in
I've been saving
NBA?
them. I've been saving them, bro.
Go ahead.
Listen, man, LeVar Ball launched his JBA League this week as well. Now, it's two different things to report back from that. One is the lack of attendance in the place. It looked like it was about 85 folks up in there.
Where was it, at a high school?
I don't know where it was. It was just so many seats. It looked like they was at some major coliseum. It was just empty. It was dumb empty in there. However, the good news to report back out of this is the performance of LaMelo Ball. So, just as I fault LeVar for hurting LiAngelo, look like he don't want to make the same mistake with LaMelo. He's pulled both of his boys out of Lithuania. He still is too boy-headed to say that decision was a mistake. He says it was a good plan, and removing them, taking them to Lithuania, it ain't a whole lot to do there, so they can only focus on basketball. He's still saying it was a good idea when it wasn't. But let me tell you what the 16-year-old LaMelo Ball did out there, man. He finished off with 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. And, you know, he helped his LA Ballers win the game out there. So, I'm telling you, man, if LeVar don't drop the ball here, LaMelo is going to play in the league one day. He's going to the association unless LeVar drops the ball there. So, I just wanted to shout that out, man.
I mean, it's all you know, all reports are saying that this kid is a hooper. This dude can play basketball.
Yeah.
So, you know, they everybody's seeing highlights of this kid. Even in Lithuania, man, it was some of them games he's playing against grown men, and he played well. Yep. So everybody know this kid could play basketball, but it's a big but. Can LeVar not mess this up? Like, I don't know, man. I know you love LeVar, and like some of the stuff that people had a problem with LeVar, I didn't have a problem with. But some of the stuff some of the stuff he been doing lately, I got a problem with, bro. I got a problem with.
Like what? You talking about like the Lithuania stuff?
Yeah, like the stuff he been pulling. Like, I mean, pulling this kid out. Like, that's the stuff I got a problem with. Everybody know that Melo can ball. We know. So yeah, I mean, and he's playing against dudes in his age bracket. Allegedly, these are guys that don't want to go to college, right?
Yeah. Not necessarily guys who got D1 offers. Maybe some guys who got some D2 offers, JUCO offers or whatnot.
I mean, we expect this kid to ball, and I don't know if he's going to go to college though. I don't know. Maybe he's doing these other leagues because he just want to go right from these leagues to the NBA or whatever when he's of age. But
I think so, because I think going to this league right here, like voids his his eligibility, should I say, to go to a D1 on a scholarship. Let me ask you a random ass question, bro. LaMelo's supposed to be getting homeschooled. You think he be doing schoolwork? Because I don't.
Christ, absolutely not.
Ain't nobody sent a damn book to this kid since he withdrew from the damn Chino Hills, man. He ain't seen a textbook since Chino Hills. I don't care what y'all say.
How does homeschool work? Do they like take the GED or do they take like a real high school equivalent? Like they do?
Well, I mean, that's what it stands for. It is a high school equivalent.
I mean, but I don't know. Like, do they take like a real? Like, do they get like a real diploma? Or do they get a GED? I don't know how that works. I'm not even trolling. I'm being serious.
Why you talking down your nose at GEDs?
I'm not talking down my nose at GED. I'm just saying, like, forget it. Moving on. Let's move on.
All right, man. In the last show, we talked about Puma, and Puma was, first of all, I think the last time we talked about Puma, the only thing they had done was sign DeAndre Ayton. And I talked about the fact that, of course, they got the Fenty line with Rihanna, and I knew they had some type of relationship with Jay-Z. And I spoke on it on the
You
show.
can't mention Rihanna on this show without saying hi to her, bro.
Man, forget Rihanna and her 5 head. I said, look here, man.
Don't talk about her, bro.
They got some type of relationship with Jay-Z. Well, since then, they have gone on to sign 2 other kids in this draft and made one major announcement, which is that they have hired, they announced that Jay-Z is the president of basketball operations. I didn't even know a shoe company had a president of basketball operations, but his job there would be assisting with brand direction and identifying athletes to sign. Now, I'm going to hit you with a 2-piece. First, I'm going to ask you, you like that hiring for Puma?
Oh, of course. Anything Jay-Z touched, it pretty much get it popping. And then when he leave, it like goes in the dumps. So
I while Jay-Z there,
while Jay-Z there, I'll be on board with Jay-Z. But with Jay-Z, I will make sure my contract lines up with Jay-Z. So if Jay-Z is there for 3 years, I'll be there for 3 years. And if Jay-Z don't re-up, I'm out. But go ahead.
Okay. I set you up. I wanted you to say that. Now I'm going to come back and ask you this. This ain't a conflict of interest. Don't Jay-Z got a sports agency? Isn't this a conflict of interest? Ain't he gonna bring that? Like, what? Is this just me thinking like this? This is weird.
So, I mean,
a guy who has a sports agency is also the president of operations at a sneaker company. Don't that shit go? Maybe I'm reaching.
I mean, where's the conflict? You just think he's going to be bringing his players over there to get shoe deals?
I think you tell a kid, look, if you sign with my sports agency, I know damn well you getting a shoe deal. I run shit at the shoe company.
I'm cutting the checks.
Right. So, I mean, look, everybody gets a shoe, like, sponsorship. I ain't talking sponsorship. I'm talking, look, listen, man, DeAndre Ayton and these other kids, LaParis, this is really going to drive it home. And I wish I had the numbers right here in front of me, but I don't. Somebody in the comment section save me with the official numbers.
They signed Kevin Bagley, too, didn't they?
Marvin Bagley. And I think old boy who slipped to the Nuggets too. I think. But Pete Gang, I think these kids just came out of college. LaParis, so you sitting down? Please be sitting down, bro. Because your ass topple over. I'm gonna have to clip it and send that shit to World Star. I need those clicks, bro. Listen, I think these 3 kids signed bigger deals coming out of college than the last deal Jordan Brand offered Kawhi Leonard. I think they got bigger deals than Kawhi got with Jordan Brand. You don't think that's bargaining power? That ain't negotiating power? I think it's a conflict.
I mean, but you told me people ain't out there rocking Jumpmans.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, Kawhi wants, that was the problem. Kawhi, like, look, I'm an MVP finalist. I think he's a finals MVP, if I'm not mistaken. He was also on the first team All-NBA. All this stuff right here makes him eligible for the Supermax in the NBA. So Kawhi was like, why am I still being offered this bitch-ass contract from Jordan Brand? Like, I want a bigger contract. And I don't remember the numbers, but we talked about it on the show. And we compared it with some other shoe companies and some other Jordan Brand athletes as well. And it just seemed like Jordan Brand was kind of like, tell you what we'll do, we'll pinch you this 400 racks. I'm just making up some shit. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. $4 million. We give you this $4 million. And meanwhile, you got these kids coming straight out of college, damn near high school. They one and done kids. And you got you got Puma and Jay-Z over here breaking these kids off. We don't even know where Puma got all this money. I don't know if this is that Fenty bread coming in or what.
Yeah, it gotta be. It gotta be.
Where the hell did Puma get these chips? Who the hell buying Pumas?
Puma signed Ayton, of course. They signed Bagley, and they did get Michael Porter Jr. They did.
Got it. But can't see the deals. It's all good. Somebody gonna bless me in the comments.
Let me ask you, bro. Let me jump in. Did you see the picture of the shoe that they released? Like, they released like a shoe.
I did. It was like orange and yellow. Like red and yellow.
A concept, but you rocking that?
What you mean? What do you mean by teenage girls?
You rocking that shoe, bro?
Rocking it where?
Are you even mowing the lawn in them joints?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I will hoop in them.
Stop it.
Bro.
This dude mow his lawn in Jordan slides and
Jordan 1s, but they beat it.
No Pumas. Bro, you not rocking no Pumas.
I mean, maybe.
You ain't rocking no Pumas.
I don't understand this line of questioning. I'm not on trial here,
Listen,
sir.
if I ever see Spade rock some Pumas, I take my hat off on the show.
I got Lee Nings.
I do a show with no hat.
I got Lee Nings.
No. I said Pumas.
We know more about Puma than a Lee Ning. I don't even know what that shit
Spade,
means.
you ain't rocking no Pumas, B.
I at least know what a Puma is. I don't even know what a Lee Ning is.
And I ain't talking about none of them old school Pumas that kind of just possess a white shoe with a little Puma stripe. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when the Marvin Bagleys or the DeAndre Aytons come out, or the Michael Porter Jr.'s, and you know the back of the hill gonna be messed up because Michael Porter Jr. got a bad back, so the back of the hill gonna be all jacked up.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Them joints, because he got a bad back. If
Don't
you rock
say
some
that,
Pumas,
bro.
if you rock a new pair of Pumas that get released, one of these kids' shoes, you won't even rock no Jumpmans.
That's different.
Nah, bro, you
Listen,
won't even rock Jumpmans.
I'm gonna put an image of the Pumas behind us in the show.
I asked you, would you rock some Melos? Would you rock some CP3s? You told me emphatically, no.
I don't like either of those guys. I like Marvin Bagley.
Okay, we're gonna see if Spade will get some Pumas, y'all.
Bro, let's move forward. I feel like you beating a dead horse here. It's time to move on.
Okay, we can move on. Let's move on.
Because you just want to try to put me on the hot seat about Pumas.
Don't let him fool you. He ain't rocking no Pumas. I don't care if Jay-Z there either. Spade ain't even listened to Reasonable Doubt yet. But he gonna rock some Pumas because Jay-Z there.
Stop, bro. Move forward with your life.
Moving on. Let's move
on.
Spade, go and take it down to your team. We talking about the Houston Rockets.
That's not my team.
Spade is a Houston Rockets. Spade, who did the Heat draft, by the way?
Bro, move forward with your life, bro. I'm getting all this clipped out.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about the Houston Rockets, your team. CP3 is reportedly trying to lure LeBron to the Rockets. It was also some reports that LeBron and CP3 and all these guys could team up there in LA, or LeBron should try to lure CP3 over to the Cavs, but the Cavs done drafted a wide receiver. The Cavs done drafted a PG now.
Right.
So they're like, that's out of the question.
Right.
Do you see CP3 being able to lure LeBron to Houston? Now you actually is on record as saying that's the best fit for LeBron.
Absolutely.
Do you see CP3 being able to lure LeBron down there?
It's only one problem. Now, I don't know how reliable we find this guy, but Chris Broussard.
Oh, Lord.
Chris Broussard came out and said that Houston and CP3 ain't on the same page right now. So CP3 better lure his ass a deal before he start trying to get somebody else on the team. According to Chris Broussard, I don't know if it's true or not, y'all, he is not an employee of Strong Arm Sports. The issue there is Chris Paul wants a max, and Houston don't mind giving him a max, but they want to give him a short max, like a 2-year max. You know? Like, I don't know how much more you got left, max. And CP3 want a little bit of, you know, he wants some longevity there. I don't know if that's true or not, but obviously Houston is going to have some contractual issues. They got some guys on that team they got to move, man. Ryan Anderson being one who has an enormous contract. Taking Ryan Anderson contract, and nobody's taking that contract.
Nope.
Nobody.
Nope.
So, like I said, man, I still feel like Houston's the best place for Bron.
Too, right?
Yeah, they got to re-sign Clint. They got to re-sign CP3. They got to try to move Ryan Anderson, and there's somebody else on that team. Oh, Trevor Ariza. They got to get both of them guys the hell out of there. Wish they possibly could have had Trevor gone and CP3 saved Trevor. So, yeah, man, at this point, I still would love to see Bron in Houston, but I think they ain't ready to talk about that yet. They got to figure out what the hell they going to do with that pieces they got.
They got too many big salaries. I don't see it happening. Nobody's taking Ryan Anderson's salary, bro.
Bro, I think you can move his salary before you can move Trevor Ariza. I'm just tough on Trevor, but Trevor washed to me, dog. He's washed.
At least you know you can get defense from Trevor.
And you can get offense from Ryan. Like, if Ryan can just pop. Yes, bro. Yes.
Now when he couldn't be on the floor, he couldn't even be on the floor for Houston.
That's because he can't guard nobody. So, like you said, you can get defense from Trevor. You can get offense from Ryan Anderson. When the last time Trevor made it rain from deep? Right. Ryan Anderson can catch fire and drop him in the basket from 30. Yeah, I don't know, man. Both of them guys got bad contracts, in my opinion, and yeah, GG. GG, Chris Paul. Worry about yourself.
I actually don't see this happening, man. And I know Chris Paul and LeBron, they boys, but I don't see this happening. The money is just too funny down there right now, man.
When I was in elementary school, bro, I used to tell my teacher, there was this dude in my class named Drew, and I would tell my teacher that Drew over there, and she would always tell me, worry about yourself. And that's what Chris Paul need to do. Worry about yourself, Chris. Get you a contract.
I mean, but Chris Paul know whether it's with Houston or not. He's going to get the money he wants somewhere.
A max? Coming off an injury?
He will, Spade. He will. Let's not.
You would give him a max? LeParis, would you give him a max? You would?
Yeah.
How long? Like a 2-year max?
I mean, of course we not. I would assume maybe Chris Paul want what, 4 years? I would assume.
I think he probably want 4. They might meet in the middle at 3.
Option or something like that.
I wish he would. I wish he would ask me for a player option. You better opt to finish a damn season healthy. How about that?
Why are you playing Chris Paul out? Chris Paul was backpacking James Harden all
and then what happened?
He got hurt.
Again. He didn't just get hurt. He got hurt again. That's what happens every postseason, bro. And it's gonna happen again.
If they didn't have Chris Paul, they get swept.
Well, guess what? He delayed the inevitable. They still got beat. You know why? Because he wasn't out there. And I'm not giving no long-term max to a guy I know ain't gonna be out there.
Game, right? You believe if he was out there, okay.
But he ain't gonna be out there. He ain't gonna be out there.
Happen, bruh.
Yeah, they happen a lot when you name Chris Paul, though. A lot.
Oh, my.
Let's move forward, bro.
Go ahead.
This is the last topic of the show today, folks. Once again, we're not doing a strong arm performer of the week because
this guy, boy.
Man. What did I do, bro?
Yo, you got a problem with Chris Paul. It's because he rock Jumpmans.
Stop, bro. Stop.
No, seriously, bro. But you got a problem with Chris Paul. I put Chris Paul in my top 5 point guards, and I said, you're right. Chris Paul gets injured, unfortunately, Spade. But, I mean, injuries happen. When you play, let's be honest, Chris Paul do not have this insane type of body. Like, he's a small guard.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
That's fair, man.
He get hurt more than AI. AI was smaller than him.
Come on, man.
What you mean?
They don't have the same physique, Spade.
I know. AI physique smaller. That's my damn point. That's my point.
Go ahead, Spade. Go.
Listen, man. We're not doing a strong arm performer of the week this week because LeParis wouldn't let me. I'm going to keep it a stack. He wouldn't let me give mine to a football player. I wanted to give mine to a football player. And he said, nah, Spade, we don't support that because those guys flop a lot. And I said, hey, bro, I respect football players. But, LeParis. Anyway. So since he called shots, we got another segment, man. We got to talk about Dwight Howard, man. And I'm going to just throw a line out there. Nah, we ain't forget, bro. I say the best for last. Dwight Howard, off-brand Superman, as I refer to him as. He recently got traded to his 6th team after having a pretty good season in Charlotte, only for Brooklyn to be in the works of buying him out. Now, let me back up. First of all, Charlotte moved Dwight Howard for Mozgov and some future 2nd-round picks. All right? Dwight has an expiring contract. He got 1 more year on the contract, and then he done so. Mozzie got 2 more years at something like $30 million. Maybe more. I don't know.
$6 million.
I was going to say, maybe more.
$38 million.
Yeah, so it didn't make money sense, and I was on Twitter. I was like, what is Charlotte's game plan? They have been trying to move Kemba for a while. People was tweeting me back like, oh, they're trying to free up cap space. And I'm like, well, why the hell would they take a guy with 2 more years on his contract? Like, that don't make sense. And then, again, I cannot confirm these stories because we're not in the locker rooms yet. But we're going to speak that into existence. Eventually, you're going to see our goofy asses in these locker rooms asking the tough questions. Huh? Like, how them Pumas feeling? How is them dogs barking? That's the type of questions we're going to be asking. But in the meantime, allegedly, Dwight Howard isn't liked in the locker room. Like, anywhere. And that comes as a shock to us, man. Dwight Howard Dwight's a big, silly, laughy, goofy guy. And it almost seemed like he would be a great locker room guy, a great teammate. I don't know if that's just a fake facade that he cut on when the cameras are on. I don't know if he act like a diva. I don't know if he play too much. I don't know what the issue is, but LaParis, Dwight Howard is about to be a free man. And I got a couple of questions for you. I guess I'm going to start with this. What team could Dwight Howard go to? Like, what's next for Dwight Howard?
I'm going to tell you what, Spade. I'm going to tell you what. When I was talking about, like, which team Dwight can go to, I was thinking, you know, there's reports out there that the Knicks may trade. They trying to trade Enes Kanter. They may not want Enes Kanter. I don't know how true that is. It's just a rumor. Could be just a rumor. But you look at teams that where Dwight can land, and people are talking about the Warriors. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. They said Dwight will take the reports, the rumors is Dwight will take the veteran minimum or the mid-level exception to go to the Golden State Warriors. I do not want that to happen, man. God, please, basketball gods, please do not let that happen. But I think a fit, the consistency is out on Dwight. The consistency is out on Dwight. His teammates do not like Dwight Howard in the locker room for whatever reason. He just seemed to rub people the wrong way. But a landing spot for Dwight could be the Milwaukee Bucks, babe. The Milwaukee Bucks need a big. They get hammered on the glass. They get dominated by opposing bigs. Regardless, look, ain't nobody been hard on Dwight these past couple years more than me. But the past 2 years, you can't look at Dwight numbers and be like, yo, Dwight trash. Like, Dwight averaged, I think he averaged like 16.8 points. So you might want to say 17 points and damn near 13 rebounds. You can give me that right now. I'll take that right now on my Chicago Bulls. Right now. Give me 17 and 13 right now. But for whatever reason, the consistency is that his teammates do not like Dwight Howard for whatever reason. He just rubbed people the wrong way. But I can see him going to the Milwaukee Bucks. I think that's a good spot. People were saying Dwight back to Orlando. Orlando got enough bigs. Stop giving Orlando bigs.
Why the hell would they do that?
Spade, can they stop giving Orlando bigs? Can they stop sending bigs to Orlando? Please. Other teams need bigs. It's like 8 damn bigs out there and 2 guards. Stop sending bigs to Orlando. I don't see that. But it's funny, Spade. I can see Dwight Howard going to the damn Warriors, man. I can see that really happening. And it disgusts me. I wrote on Twitter, if Dwight Howard go to the Warriors, that hate that I have for Dwight, I ain't been hating Dwight the last 2 years, babe. When he was with the Hawks, me and you talk like, man, Dwight had a good ass, Dwight been balling. They just ain't giving him the rock enough. Then he went to Charlotte, Dwight was back to putting up 20 games some nights. And so I ain't been hating on Dwight the past 2 years. But if Dwight go to the Golden State Warriors, that hate that I have for Dwight will rekindle the flame. It will be back. I would like him to go to Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee, I heard people saying Boston too. Every time it's a free agent, they always say Boston. But I can see Milwaukee needs a big, bro. They need a big. Big.
What I'm gonna say is gonna completely throw you for a loop. So once again, brace yourself.
Okay.
The first thing I want is for Dwight to stop playing the victim. Dwight, did you get kind of played here? Yeah. Did you get played leaving Atlanta? Yeah. But it's the nature of the game, and ultimately, at this point, you got to believe that something you doing is causing this. So you got to figure out what the hell you doing that's making people not want you around, and I don't know, maybe stop doing that. Maybe. All right? Dwight got a quote right here, bro. He said, I was really in total shock because I wasn't expecting it to happen. I thought this season was really good. For one, this is the healthiest I've been. 2, my stats this season has been one of the best since I've been in the NBA. He said he made more jump shots this past season than he's made in his career. He felt like he worked on his mid-range jumper. He said he want to continue to just be, a better player. Here's what Dwight said when they asked him what he wants. He said, I want to be in a situation where I have an opportunity to help a team win. That's my only goal. All I need is a real chance. That's shot at Atlanta and Charlotte. All I need is a real chance and a clean slate where it's not people talking about my past. The past. You know where I could put him?
Where, Portland? I heard that too.
I could put him in Cleveland, bro. And that moves Kevin Love back to the 4 where he ain't getting his ass kicked. All right? You get Brian to come back. All right? I like that. I like that.
I mean, that can be a very good move, Spade, and I'm going to tell you why.
I like that.
It was just trying to trade for DeAndre Jordan.
I know. And DeAndre Jordan's an off-brand Dwight Howard, right?
Or vice versa. However you want to frame it now at this, this stage.
Whoa, we got DeAndre over Dwight?
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, however you want to frame it. Dwight's an older player. DeAndre's a little younger. So
at this point, though, you can get Dwight for the cheap. Like you said, he'll play for the.
That's what I was going to say.
He'll play for the cheap.
What's going to be the difference? Yeah. So I mean, that can be a landing spot as well. And I don't know, because my thing is, Dwight just for whatever reason, he just rubbed people the wrong way. Spade. Do you think him and LeBron would get along? LeBron be spazzing out on his teammates, man.
Yeah, he definitely spazzing on Dwight.
In the media, he be like, "Oh, my teammates, we can get it done," and blah blah blah. But when you look at Brian on the sideline, he be in their ass.
When his hands swole because he punching whiteboards and shit. Here's the thing, though. Somebody got to reach out to Dwight and say, "Look here, I'm just going to be honest with you, Dwight. This is your last chance. All right? Now, we tired of getting our ass kicked by the Golden State Warriors every year. We going back, and we can go back with you. We need a force down there to get boards, block shots, protect that rim, maybe run a little PNR. I know you don't like PNR. That's why you left Houston. Clint Capella's a star now because he was willing to do what your country ass wasn't willing to do. Are you willing to buy in? Now, also with this, I'm going to buy you retarded ass looking suits. And I'm going to expect you to wear what I tell you to wear. Go put this tight ass suit on with these short ass pants that don't come to your ankles. That's what it's going to require. Can you do it? Are you willing to do it? And if Dwight's not willing to do it, you don't waste your time with it. But I want to throw another page in this book that I'm writing here.
Let me ask, before you ask your question, Spade, do you see Dwight trying to go after a ring?
I mean, that's basically what he's saying. I mean, he's saying, wait, where's the quote? I want to be in a situation where I have an opportunity to help a team win. Yeah, that's PR for, at this point, just give me a ring. Just give me a damn ring. I just want a ring.
What about the Wizards? Get going top the hell up out of there.
The Wizards?
They got Bill.
That ain't going to make them ring ready?
I mean, Spade,
that's not going to make them ring ready.
It's only 2 places he can go where they ready for a ring. Well, 3. Golden State, wherever LeBron land, you see, I ain't even saying Cleveland, wherever LeBron land,
and Boston,
and maybe the Celtics. Where else is ready for a ring?
Well, I mean, that's where you need to go. I mean, it ain't got to be a lot of choices. But I'm going to tell you something. Even if LeBron and the people from the Cavaliers reach out to Dwight, tell him what it's going to entail, and he signs up for the gig, I still would not be shocked to see Brian come back and say, get this Colin Sexton dude the hell out of my locker room. I would not be shocked to see Colin Sexton dealt. I still don't think he fits their game plan. I don't, and I love that kid, bro. I love him. He don't fit there. He cannot shoot well enough to be a point guard on a LeBron James team. He cannot. Look at the lineage of the doggone point guards. You can go all the way back to Norris Cole and Chalmers and Mo Williams and Kyrie. Like, Kyrie wasn't like a sniper from outside, but Kyrie could shoot well enough to keep you honest.
Did you mention Anthony Bennett?
He was not a point guard, bro. Let's be serious. You acting like Dwight. You cracking jokes when I'm being serious. That's what got Dwight shipped out.
Naming people that was on the team. Okay.
You about to get traded because you're doing the same shit Dwight do. I'm serious as hell right now. Yeah, man. I love Colin Sexton, man. I've been a fan of the dude since high school here in Georgia. Cobb County, hooping. I'm a fan. But he's going to have to really, and I'm not saying he can't get a jumper, y'all. Before y'all come for me, can he get a jumper? Yeah, he can put the work in. But as of right now, Brian ain't got a whole lot of time, y'all. Brian finna be 34 years old next season. Brian ain't got
That's
time
why
for you
out.
to just slowly develop on your damn jump shot. That shit need to be wet now, today.
That's why he out.
I hear you.
Spade, let me just run through the NBA teams real quick. And we already know Dwight is not going back to Atlanta. People were saying Boston. Do you see that move out to the 4? No.
Yep. Yeah, I like it.
We already know he with the Nets. They buying him out. Hornets, no. Chicago, I don't see it. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't see it. You said Cleveland. Dallas Mavericks, they got to need that center. It was reports that DeAndre wanted to be traded there. Dallas Mavericks. But you said Dwight want to win, so we say that's out. We already know the Denver Nuggets got my dude Jokic. We already know Detroit got a big. Golden State, we know that's an option. We already know he's not going back to you. Somebody actually, I think it was Dom, actually tweeted he was going back to the Rockets. I'm like, again? I mean, the reports said, people were saying the Rockets. Let me talk. They were saying the Rockets because they don't think that they're going to be able to re-sign Clint Capella.
Right.
And,
I get that.
And then get Dwight for the cheap. That's why that was mentioned. We already know Indiana got Miles Turner. We don't want Dwight to stunt his growth. The Clippers got DeAndre Jordan. Lakers, what about the Lakers? Well, not going back to the Lakers, no way. Memphis Grizzlies, no. Miami Heat, they got Whiteside, they got Bam, no. I like the Milwaukee Bucks.
We're not championship ready, but I would take Dwight over Bam right now. I would. I mean, not over Bam, over Whiteside. Not Bam. Over Whiteside. Yeah, I said that accidentally. I would take Dwight over Whiteside right now.
Wow. That shocked me, bro. That shocked me.
Whiteside don't play, like, when Whiteside want to play, I'll take Whiteside. But shit, when is that? Like, Whiteside don't be wanting to play, bro, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah, it's like 10 games a year out of the 82. It is.
Yeah, man. Like, he don't want to play.
When he want to play, he's amazing. But
absolutely.
I think the Bucks is a fit. We already know Minnesota Timberwolves got Karl Anthony Towns. We already know the Pelicans got Boogie.
Oh, I just thought of another team.
Do you see a situation where Boogie don't get back with the Pelicans and maybe Dwight can go there, move AD back to the 4?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
I was saying, I had said the Knicks because we don't know what's going to happen with Cantor. Thunder, they got Adams. Magic, if the Magic even consider another big, I'm going to lose my damn mind. Philly got Embiid. Sixers just drafted Ayton. Blazers got Nurkic. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's maybe 1 year left on his deal, maybe. The Kings.
Bam.
The Kings got Willie Cauley. Spurs.
I like the Kings. I like them in Sacramento.
We want to stunt Willie Cauley growth?
Yeah. Willie Young, he ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Willie ain't going nowhere. I like what Sacramento doing.
You like Dwight with the Kings, put Bag at the 4, and you got your boy Fox running the points. I don't know if I don't want to stunt Willie Cauley Stein growth, man.
Yeah, just as I say that, I say I like it, but then I thought back just that quick, and I was like, never mind.
No Spurs?
Nah, because Pop, I don't know, Pop might be the guy that could get this guy to act right. The only problem with it, even though LaMarcus Aldridge do have a little bit of range, LA's still a back-to-the-basket big, and Dwight want to be a back-to-the-basket big. That's too many backs to the damn basket. Somebody got to face it. Somebody got to face it out there.
We already know Toronto got Val. Utah got Gobert. I don't mind the Wizards.
Oh, shit, bro. Toronto?
Huh?
Toronto might work. Valanciunas can't guard. Valanciunas can't guard shit, though. Like, I feel like they kind of got offense. In the fourth quarter, they taking Val out because he can't stop shit. You know that. True. Valanciunas don't even play in the fourth quarter.
That's true.
Might not be a bad look. And once again, he probably cheaper than Valanciunas.
That was it. And you already know you got Kyle Lowry, they got DeRozan, they got some pieces over there.
And that could help. That could help Dwight rebounding, because when Kyle Lowry off and he building the brick house for the third little pig, Dwight can just get down there and get some of them damn boards.
You're right, because crazy thing is they don't play Val in the fourth quarter, and Serge Ibaka look like people were saying, yo, we think Serge Ibaka 45, and look, he played like
he might be. He might be.
he played like it this year. So I mean, Toronto could be a landing spot. We gotta wrap the show, y'all. I know it's bad. I know I'm talking too much, but you don't like the Wizards. Dwight is way better than Gortat.
I don't think it's. Yeah, he's way better than Gortat. I don't think Dwight makes them one of the top 2 teams in the East. Like, I still don't think they make it to the Eastern Conference Championship. I don't.
Why though? Why? I think there'd be a problem, bro.
Really?
I mean, they got him in the. They was in the playoffs. John Wall was hurt for like damn near half the season, and Bradley Beal was practically backpacking those guys. Now y'all already know how I feel about Otto Porter and all the money he got, but Gortat was just a shell of himself what he used to be. They called him the Polish Hammer. He was not that.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely.
I mean, it's a couple of spots for that. We got to see. I just don't want it to be Golden State, bro. I don't want it to be Golden State. Where did the listeners of Strong on Sports? Where did you see Dwight Howard landing? Please, not Golden State. But where is it? Where do you guys see an opportunity for Dwight Howard to play in the next season? Spade, I'm not mad at your Raptor pick at all. But like I said, Milwaukee definitely needs a big. I don't know the way Greek Freak play. I don't know if Dwight might be in the way. You know, he be Euro from the 3-point line. Dwight gonna be all in the way.
Yeah, I think you could get Dwight to stay like, mid corner. He can stand out the way a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I'm interested to know where the people think Dwight should go. I mean, the Nets could have been a fit, but they want to buy him out, man. I don't know. It's weird. Dwight got that personality to just rub people the wrong way. I don't even know if people want to be Dwight teammates in the league, man. I don't know if they want to be his teammate. And that's just crazy to me. Every time Dwight leaves somewhere, Spade, somebody always has something to say. Like some of his teammates, his former teammates, always had something to say. What did you say Kobe said about Dwight?
Kobe said he didn't appreciate Shaquille O'Neal until he had Dwight Howard as a teammate.
See?
If that ain't a shot out on. Yeah, that's tough.
Jeez. I mean, Spade. I mean, that's all I have. If you have anything else?
Not at all, bro. I think we talked enough this show.
Okay. Listen. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. I mean, it was some fiery topics. Spade usually don't be the guy strong arming topics in here. She's strong arming a few topics. We want you guys to share your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section down below. You can tweet us. You can email us. We love talking sports to you with you guys, man. As usual, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. There's going to be more live shows. When something happen, something up worth talking. When something happen, boom, we might just pop up with a long show. So if you're new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular, hit the like button. You don't want to miss a long show. A live show. It's a little bell up there. It's a bell. You can click that bell. You get a notification sent directly to your mobile device to let you know, hey, Strong Arm Sports just went live. You never know. Or if you don't want to see two dudes arguing in a box, we got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, ऊPodOmatic, iTunes, soon to be on Spotify. Be patient, y'all. I'm working. We want to thank you guys for your support, and we'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.